Again, my name is Cledston. People call me all kinds of things. Cledstone, all kinds of stuff. But Cledston, that's it. And so today I want to talk about healing in general, and I'm going to talk about prayer in general. And let's see how that all comes out. I like to talk about things that actually happened to me in the lately. And this one has to do with healing. And if I'm going to ever talk about healing, I'm going to be talking about my healing, right? Because I can only control my healing. And my task is to let you know that only you can control your healing. And so, first of all, words can't hurt you, right? You agree with that, right? Words shouldn't hurt you, right? So, somebody said something to me, and it hurt me, right? And it took me aback because usually, I don't care what you say, it doesn't really affect me much. This was at work, that's all I'm going to say about it. But they said something to me, and the way they spoke to me, I don't know if it brought back memories or what, or something, but it took me back to my fighting days. Like, we're going to throw down right now, that's the way I felt. So, being the person I am now, I'm not that person anymore. I walked away from it. But still, those thoughts of, it wasn't really what he said, it was the tone, really. The way you talk to me, like, I can't even say that word anyway. You don't talk to me like that. And so, in my healing, then from that point on, I have to figure out what was wrong with me. Not what was wrong with that person, but what was wrong with me, and why did that hit me that way, and why did I feel that way, and why did it affect me for days, right? Like, I didn't go to work for a couple of days because I was in this place. So, like, if I see you again, then it's going to be trouble. So I remove myself from that whole situation. But I had to figure out, why did that affect me that way? What it was. My dad used to talk to me, if he's mad at me, or friends, or enemies, or whatever. And so I thought those were healed, right? Because for a long time I haven't been in this mood, like years and years and years. So in this healing journey, then I have to go back and revisit those things, because evidently they're not totally healed, right? Otherwise I would have never felt that way, right? It felt like I was almost taking on that person's energy, almost. Like, what happened to you that would have you talking to other people like that, in that fashion, in that manner, and he was talking to somebody else that way too, is why I actually stepped in, as one of the senior people there, the elders. So I took that on. So I had to go fix myself and sit with myself. I have to forgive my dad. I have to forgive my enemies, and anybody that has spoken to me in any kind of way, or that I felt any kind of way about, right? And so I did that. I took 2 days just to sit with it. I'm not gonna not. I didn't ignore it. That's the worst thing to do. If you're angry, sit with it. Why am I angry? What caused me to feel this way at this point? And so I went back and I did a bunch of healing on myself, right? Again, lots of forgiveness, and then lots of gratitude, right, for where I've come from, from wanting to fight to never having to really fight, right? So I had to go back and do all that over again. And so I think it's going to be a continuous deal. where all these things are going to be continuous. It's just the next time it won't take me down for 2 days. Maybe 1 day, maybe 1 hour, right? Maybe I'll walk away in 5 minutes and come back. Because I've done that before, where you're on the phone and people are yelling and screaming, and you get done with the call and you walk away in 5 minutes and you come back. This was different. So I had to do lots of work on myself, right? And so that's the healing. And then I had the prayers coming, because then I had to pray for my situations. I had to pray for their situations, whether they know it or not, right? And so, and the prayer that comes up is like, I put no names on it, right? I'm not putting any names on the prayer. I'm going to pray for you, you know, even with the situations that's happening right now, weather-wise. I'm just offering prayers, right? Because sometimes there are people that don't tell you what they're battling. They're battling silence. So you just offer prayers so that if they should ask, they get the energy as well. So I'm not just praying for Florida because my son lived there and I have family there. I'm just praying. And so prayer should be happening all the time, right? Usually we pray when things go wrong, or we think things will go wrong. But when they're going right, we don't even care anymore. We don't even think about it, right? And so to me, that's why these other things happen, so we could get a tug that like, hey, you should be praying, right? And I think if we all prayed, those things wouldn't happen. That's my belief, right? But because we only pray when things happen, 9/11 happens, we all prayed and we all were praying for people we didn't even know about. But after a while, we all went back to the old ways. We didn't really care about them people anymore, right? And so it is with hurricanes and tornadoes and just accidents and stuff, right? So we should be praying every day. So the way I start in the morning is, I'm thankful I'm awake. I woke up. Because on the other side, when there's the people who didn't wake up, right? So I'm thankful that I woke up, right? I'm in the shower. I'm thankful for the water, right? I'm thankful for hot water, because I remember the days we didn't have hot water, right? I remember the days when we had an outhouse, we had to walk to it outside. Right now, I can look at it and it's right there. I'm thankful for those things, right? So to me, this is how your prayer should be every day. And once you get into this rhythm, then you don't have to think about it. You get up, thank you, all right? I get up in the morning, I shake because I'm not as 20 anymore. You know, I get settled in, you know, that's prayer. I'm thankful. Hey, I can move, right? One of my family members now is paralyzed. She can't move. So it's like, I'm thankful I can move, right? That's prayer. And so that's how we're going to want to expand this thing that we call prayer. And when I'm praying, I'm not praying for somebody out there to come and help me, right? I'm praying like I am that somebody, or I'm part of that somebody. So I'm actually kind of praying to myself, because I am part of that somebody, right? And once you start thinking that way, then you're going to expect somebody to come out and wave the magic wand and heal you. You'll be like, I'm part of this healing practice. I'm part of this prayer practice, so I'm part of it, right? That's how you have to look at this stuff. Nobody's going to come save you. No angels are going to come save you. They're going to come help you as you ask for prayers and ask for healing, and you ask them for their help. Then they are allowed to come in and offer assistance. They're not going to do it for you. That's what they're there for. Angels, guides, God, whoever you want to call it, right? In this space, this dispensation of time, nobody's going to come in and help. Jesus ain't coming to help. In fact, Jesus never went nowhere. He's still here. That whole Christ energy is still here, right? So you don't even have to go anywhere or call on him. You just have to get in that vibration of thankfulness and gratitude for all the things around you, right? That's how we're going to start looking at prayers. That's how we're going to start looking at healing, as there's something we're going to be doing all the time, every day, all day. I don't think about it as much anymore because I'm always being thankful. You know, I took a deep breath. You know, I'm thankful. You know, and I have, and this is, I didn't get this way overnight, right? I got this way by thinking this way over and over and over for at least 30 years at least, since I started doing this kind of work, right? So now it's a little bit easier for me to think about, you know, saying prayers again in general. Because again, suppose you share a prayer for somebody and they don't want it, right? Or they are on their journey where they have to go through what they're going through, right? Because you could go heal them, and okay, we're good, and you leave them, and they go back thinking the way they're thinking, and then they're sick again, right? That's not your task. Your task is to offer the healing, offer it to the healing bank, offer it to the prayer bank, so that whoever needs it can be like, okay, I don't know where that came from, but thank you. Right? That's how you're going to do with prayers and with healing. Because we don't know their journey. Their journey could be like they have to go through that so that they can learn. Because some of my journey's been that way. I had to bump my head before I realized you better duck. Right? And then a year later, oh, I forgot to duck. That's my journey. So no matter what you said, it wouldn't have been helpful. It'd been helpful in the bank that once I said, okay, I get the lesson, right? Me now is like, I'll take the lesson without the drama. That's where I am, because I've been through all the drama and stuff before, you know, I wanted a new car, and I didn't, and you know, and I didn't say the way I wanted it, and so I got in an accident that I got rid of the car, right? It didn't hurt, but the front folded, the back folded, right? And then, this is right up the street up here, I tell this story all the time. Then I said to Spirit, okay, I get it, you know, I'll take the lesson without the drama. And so now I get the lessons and not as much drama. Not totally gone, because I still have a little bit here and there, but it's I'm a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. We're never going to be like, I'm healed, right? You'll be in the box at that point, and you'll be going on to another journey if that's the way you think. Because there's always things that we can learn. We can always grow. If we're in a body, there's things that we could work on, all of us, right? I mean, I'm thankful for what I have, and you know, but I can't run like I used to. But I'm still thankful. I can just walk faster, right? I'm not mad because I can't run anymore, right? All this is healing for me, right? So we have to look at healing in a different way. Nobody's going to ever come and do it, right? Like if you come over to during the healing session and you want to sit in one of these chairs, we can help you to a point. Like we're going to be a battery in that situation. And we're going to offer you a little jump. Like before I go in there, I'm going to settle my energy. I'm going to ask for positiveness and only the best, right? And then I'm going to lay my hands on you. And I'm not going to say, I want to heal their legs. I want to heal their head. I'm just going to let Source do what it's supposed to do. Come through me and go through you. And you can get a jump. Be like, oh, man, I felt good, right? And then from then on, it's up to you. Because you can't carry me with you, right? But you still got to go. And so you have to look at how am I thinking? How am I feeling? You know, and if you're thinking positive, then you're going to carry that that boost with you, right? But if you get out there, and I did this the other day, it's like I was feeling so good, and then somebody pulled out in front of me, and that goodness was gone for a minute, right? And so immediately now I'm like, suppose they were taking somebody to the hospital and were in a hurry. Would I feel the same way? I would not. What if they were in a hurry to see their parents and taking their last breath? Would I feel the same way? No. And so that's how I kill all those road rage urges I have now. Okay. Let them do. I wish them well, right? Because again, this is the old me. I would be like this through the window. I've done that. You know, going down I-35 in San Antonio, I don't know, 70 miles an hour, right? Because they came over in front of me and stuff. So I've grown, right? And so that's how you're going to heal yourself. It's like, that's not, if I stay in that mode, then I'm not healing myself. I'm a detriment to me. I'm not even a detriment to the people that pull out in front of me because they're gone or back there or wherever. I'm the one in that energy. And so you have to calm these energies, whether it's road rage, whether it's somebody did something to you or say something to you, right? You have to flip that switch. How do I turn it into something positive? Easiest thing is, what is there that I can learn from this situation? Or what is Source trying to tell me? What are the angels saying to me that I'm in this situation? Right? I put myself in it. What am I trying to tell myself? What am I trying to learn? Right? That's the way we're going to start thinking about healing and prayers. It's an everyday thing. It's an all-day thing. Right? Even though I don't say it, I'm still thinking it. Thankful my computer turned on because yesterday it didn't come on so fast. Could be little bitty things, little bitty things. These little bitty things will end up being big things at the end of the day. Little bitty things, right? I'm thankful for, look, man, this pen is working. I'm thankful because the other day it didn't work and I had to go search for another one. So make the prayers small, 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 small. Take small steps. And then it will end up being a big step when you look back at it. It's like, right, after days or even years, right, it'll be a big step. Like I saw this meme. It's like there are two letters. One has these high rungs, right, to get up the wall, and one has these lower rungs. You got to take lower steps because if you try to make the big jump, it's going to feel impossible, right? Like, I want to be a positive person. Like, well, start with a moment. I want to be positive today, this moment, this hour. Start this moment, this minute, right? Just for 5 minutes, I'm going to think positive thoughts, right? And you just have to build that way. And again, prayer is it's almost like healing. You got to prayer, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, all these things happen magically. But no, it's not magic. You continue to pray, you continue to think about healing yourself, and then all of a sudden, you're healed. Despite what's happening around you, despite what you see on television, despite what people say, this can't be done, right? When you do it, then they're going to be like, oh, that's awesome, right? So they're going to expect them to be on board with you. You be on board with yourself. And guarantee they'll come on board later, right? They'll be the first one to be like, I told you so. Like, no, you didn't. You know, but that's fine. You are more important to you than anybody else, right? When they say things to me, it's like, I'll take it in. It's like, and I should, when that person said it, I should be like, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I hope you have a better day. You know, I didn't do that though, but in hindsight, yes. But I'm learning from that, right? Because everybody was like, he said that to you, and I was like, I'm upset. Just like, really? I've never seen you like. That's like, yeah, this is the old me. You know, so I'm known for being positive. You know, but yeah, you hit something and it's like, okay, I need to work on me. You know, when you see things about other people that you don't like, again, that's about you. And I always say that in my lectures. If you hate somebody, it's not about them, it's about you. They hate you, it's about them, not about you. Right? So I'm going to ease up at this point. With healing and prayer, it's every day, all day thing, both of them. All right? And I'll leave that with you guys today. All right. Thank you for my folks online.